Today's video will cover fixed income benefits, such as Social Security retirement disability, as well as monthly payments. The topic of this is SSDI survivors' spousal SSI VA and RRB benefits, as well as receiving each of these forms of compensation concurrently. Footage. Now let's go in and go over all the specifics. I am aware that many of you in the community and who watch the films on the channel, like myself, have low incomes or get fixed income benefits. Stated at the beginning of the video, I do have inquiries like this one rather frequently from members of the community who reach out to me in the comments section below. They ask, what about monthly checks? Can we also get these programs that are currently taking place? Can we receive checks from them in addition to our regular monthly benefits? This is a really good question, and the video's main topic once more. Believe it or not, there are already well over 100 several monthly check systems that are now in place and more that are constantly emerging. In fact, just this year alone, 2024, we've already seen several distinct monthly check programs appear, and I can assure you of that. There are a lot of programs, and there will be a ton more in the future. There are also rumors that a national program would eventually appear, which I'll revisit and briefly discuss in this video. That exist. They have a lot of money on the table and have been giving out a lot of these new monthly check programs. This is something I want to bring up again, and it's a very interesting question because here's the problem. A large number of recipients of fixed income benefits. Generally speaking, the answer is probably not. However, depending on the kind of benefit you receive, the answer is yes, you can have some income in addition to your normal fixed income benefit. Money, but if you have any other sources of income, particularly from SSI and SSDI programs, you could potentially run the risk of having your benefits garnished or possibly losing them. Yes, you can have some income, but it's not that much, as you are aware. The specifics correct. It's challenging because, in addition to your meager benefit, they essentially declare that any additional money you receive would be garnished from your benefit, making it extremely tough to make ends meet these days. Excellent question, all right? By the way, if you're enjoying this video so far or any others on the channel, please make sure to subscribe below. It's completely free to do so. Just click the button that's located below the video. Please feel free to share this video or any other with your friends on the channel by clicking the share button below. I sincerely appreciate it. Every day I'm by your side to support you in any way that I can. That perhaps I can thank you so much for watching, subscribing, and sharing the video. Let's go over the specifics of this now. Monthly check programs and your fixed income benefits are two very distinct things. Things that you already know, of course, and we already know all of this. But let me reiterate to make this very clear. Consider it this way. A few years ago when we received stimulus checks, it was virtually the same thing. The same thing. But what were stimulus checks? They were prepayments for refundable tax credits that were given to everyone in the form of checks that arrived in their mailboxes, or for the majority of people, direct deposits, appeared, whatever the case may have been, in your bank account on your Direct Express card. A paper check was certainly received by a small number of individuals, but the great majority received it as a direct deposit, which was the whole point of that, was to assist everyone, correct? The entire idea behind the stimulus check was to boost the economy. In a similar vein, the low-income population is the target audience for these monthly check programs. In fact, I've personally known a couple of folks who fall into this category. People ask me questions like, hey, are low-income people eligible for these monthly check programs? They're only focused on low-income people, okay? Monthly check programs and low-income check programs are never focused on high-income people ever. It's not like a program. Things like, hey, we're advertising for high-income people to send out monthly checks. Anyone want to apply? Are out there. But when it comes down to it, nothing happens like that. Monthly check programs are only intended for low-income people. If you are a fixed income beneficiary receiving benefits, you may also be eligible for these existing monthly check programs. The answer to the question is yes, you may be eligible for these programs in addition to your regular fixed income benefit. You could receive checks in addition to your usual monthly benefit. However, it's important to note that checks are always based on income. If you qualify for the monthly check program, you can receive both benefits at the same time. Just keep in mind that eligibility is based on income. Most fixed income beneficiaries did not have to worry about this because their income was well below the criteria, but generally speaking, these monthly check programs are dependent on income eligibility, much like the stimulus payments from a few years ago. Monthly check writing schemes. If your income is below X, which, incidentally, the income thresholds for various programs that are already in place are highly varied from one another, then it's always income-based. All I have to say is that some of them are extremely, very distinct from one another. Say that the parameters of the programs that are already in place and those that are emerging are always extremely different, which is acceptable given that they are implemented at the state, county, and local levels, among other levels. And once more, all the parameters are radically different across all of these programs. Now let me draw attention to this as well. As of right now, there is discussion once more, and a number of MPs have already co-signed nationwide monthly checks for the low income. Let me also briefly share with you the income thresholds for the recently adopted program, the Support Act, which is one of the largest programs now in place. $1,200 monthly checks that are delivered countrywide by the federal government. Obviously, it hasn't passed yet. If it had, it would be a whole different scenario. However, this one has an income cap of $150,000 for married couples and $75,000 for individuals. As a fixed income beneficiary, do you have to worry about those income thresholds? Well, not really, but keep in mind that these are always based on income, so if your fixed income benefit is less than, say, $75,000 annually, you should still be concerned. As an individual, or $150,000 as a married couple overall? Yes, that is correct. Consequently, would you be qualified for a national initiative such as this one, which would provide recurring $1,200 checks? Yes, of course you would be right now, is the response. Obviously, there will be additional requirements as well, similar to the stimulus check programs we saw a few years ago, to assess eligibility. For instance, are adult dependents and other conditions included? Well, recalling the stimulus check programs we saw a few years ago, it depends. They all have different guidelines, yes, and very distinct regulations about it. In addition, what about those who owe past child support? Will they receive payment again? The guidelines vary depending on the situation. We're not entirely sure what the specifics are yet. The specifics haven't been ironed out yet, but the point is that, long story short, the question is, can you currently receive monthly checks or be eligible for any of these programs in addition to your usual monthly benefit? The straightforward answer is, yes, that's correct, but there's always a but. The long-standing topic we prefer to avoid discussing is that there's always a but. I want to quickly draw your attention to the fact that each software has its own set of requirements. Need to consider the criteria of each program, but as we examine their specifics, keep in mind that they will always consider your income. In addition, there will always be other programs and, various characteristics for each program, but just keep in mind that everything is primarily dependent on income, including the nationwide program that is currently in place and that emphasizes the Support Act once more. If your income is below the cutoff, you are the winner and receive a check. Does that make sense? Nevertheless, I'm going to keep an extremely careful eye on all of these and will let you know as soon as I learn more about the monthly programs that are now airing. I haven't been talking about them a lot lately, but doesn't apply to many individuals throughout the nation when they appear in, say, one small city in one state, etc. I haven't given them much attention, but this is what it boils down to. So once again, for those of you who have been wondering, I hope this clarifies. If not, feel free to subscribe below, share the video on social media with your friends, and return to view any of the thousands of other videos on the channel in the video. Library. If not, check out the films I've handpicked for you to watch, which I've linked below in the description or at the top of the comment area. Otherwise, enjoy your day, be careful, and I'll talk to you later.